what is stopping you from living in the present moment? You hear many spiritual gurus and people who meditate always talking about how to live in the present moment. But it can sometimes be difficult, right? Why? Like, why? Well, it has to actually do beyond just your physiological state, which obviously if you're tense, you're really be relaxed. You're in fight or flight mode, so you can't be relaxed. But your perception of the world has a lot to do more with your ability to be present than you may think. It's actually the biggest component in your ability to be present. We have what's called belief systems. And our belief systems, as I've mentioned in this channel, if you haven't seen my previous videos, just check them out. Belief systems are what generate our thoughts, which then generate our emotions. This cycle is what creates our human experience. And the way you perceive the world is really a reflection of how you perceive yourself. And so if you have a negative self-limiting belief about yourself, that's going to cloud your judgment. It's going to cloud your ability to see the beauty for what here and now brings. Because the reality of it is, all there is the here and now. There's people over there. I'm just going to go turn around. I like this style. I'm going to keep it like this. Ooh, this is good lighting too. I like the style. I'm going to keep it sideways, and then for like shorts, I think I'm going to put it vertical or whatever the upside is. But your belief systems have to do more with your perception about yourself can make or break your ability to enjoy the present moment. So what we need to do is we need to change that, right? If you have a negative self-limiting belief about yourself, we need to ask ourselves the question, why do I think this? Where is this coming from? Why do I feel like I'm not worthy? The lies of the negative belief will always make you feel like you're not worthy, you're not deserving of love, and so you may reject it and don't believe it's true. But the reality of it is, it couldn't be further from the truth. The fact that you exist as a person with a body and a heart that beats for you, and you have talents and gifts, is a sign within and of itself, if you really consider and really meditate on that idea just for like 30 seconds, that it's impossible for you to just not have a need to exist. You have value in this world. That's the reality. And if you don't believe that to be true about yourself, ask yourself, where am I getting this from? Why do I believe that I'm not worthy? Once you do that, the best thing you can do is work with the belief system that you have, right? One step at a time. It's not about having to dramatically change yourself, but just planting the seed of thought, taking a step back, and just be aware the next time you have that thought and that sensation that you're not worthy. That's coming from the negative belief. And the more that you take a step back and remain in the what I call the observer state, you get closer and closer to identifying what the negative belief is. And the misconception that we may think, the misconception that we have, that we think is that when we find what the negative belief is, or we find anything in our inner psyche, we have to do more digging. When the reality of it is, once you find out what it is, you realize it doesn't make sense for you to hold on to it, and you drop it. There's no reason for you to hold on to it. It doesn't make any sense in your mind, because you only hold on to what you believe is true for you. You only hold on to what you believe works for you. It has to make sense in your mind in order for you to hold on to it. Once there's no logical reason for holding on to a belief, it's gone. It's gone forever. That's the beautiful part. It's not extra digging. So all you have to do is remain in the awareness state. Don't give in and react to the thought and the emotion that you feel. And that will bring you closer and closer to the true you. The you that knows that you are loved unconditionally, that you're deserving of love, and that you are unique, and that there's a light within you that can never, ever be replicated by anyone. All right? I love you guys. Take care.